All right. Hello, everybody. Um, had a little challenges with the internet here. I just came in like right on time. So we are right on time, divine time. So yeah, happy Tuesday. Good morning to everyone. Hi, Purity Passion. Thank you for coming to the chat. Margaret, Diana, thank you. Thank you guys for coming to chat. I love when I see a lot of people coming in the chat. And that's what we are here to discuss the things. Yesterday, Marshall said that he wanted to know who is in the control of the dimensions. Post you in the chat. That was this article about the dimensions and what the dimensions they are begin from within. The material life begins from it's in the black hole. I don't know how to explain this to you. It's kind of like everything gets consumed by the darkness, even the light. But when it's consumed from within, it begins to kind of like being fed, and all of a sudden it blows up, turns into a supernova. Kind of like all that material that is in there, everything that was consumed, all of a sudden blows up. For and during that explosion, okay, everything begins to be kind of like pre-created. The reason everything gets pre-created, that is because of while everything is there inside, that is at the time when everything begins to be orchestrated, material, galaxy, and planets, and solar system, and so on and so on. Because when the gravitation blows, that gravitations determinate positions, determinates. Hi, CC. Good morning. Thank you for being here, CC. And that gravitation all of a sudden determinates pretty much everything, even the destiny that's going on right now. That destiny was predetermined of the soul contracts right in there, and that inside that black hole. You may be looking at the black hole like at the hell, the inferno, because everything is there. And during this, the dimensions that we know, specifically the 3D, the material possession, is it's made there. But it's not only a third dimension. It's not only the this material things, okay, this crude matter, but also it's creating an energy. It is creating a lot of other dimensions that we begin to understand them down to the road. You will ask me why it is all about this. Well, that is all about because it's required one thing. It's called evolution within the universe. And we are evolving. We are getting into this. The traits of this black hole are found in the center of the Milky Way. So you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you, why I'm beginning with that. Because the gravitation is the strongest force in the universe. Uh, that gravitation of push and pull, it's determining everything that goes from within. So when the black hole blows up, then it's going to become taunted. She's going to come back again. But during this process, which is billions of years, we will learn. The universe learn. We all learn, and the dimensions are controlled by the universe, by the divine. That is your destiny, and everything attached to the astrology is known as your destiny is written in the stars. That has been described very, very long before even the astrology to exist. Even the ancients, shamans, they were looking to the stars, knows that they came from. They came from somewhere. They came from some kind of dimension. They're looking for a home. And that is the reason why you're looking for home. Your home is somewhere out there. The home was inside of that black hole when everything was one. That's what the lack of the oneness sometimes is misunderstood. But the oneness, it's also the black hole itself within the universe for creation. And this is why the light and the dark coming together for creation. That is that part of galaxy that gives lives to everything from within. The dimensions I mentioned yesterday, those are the three M's, most of it that we are operating. First of all, it's the material world. Uh, that material world is basically controlling from society the way it is for who's gonna own more and who's gonna have this and who's gonna have more power and money to controls more power and money for it's basically operates within a base of the ego. We working with in the material world. There, the part of I want, I need is the primary. I need to survive, and that material possession leads to this uh, downfall within the humanity because once you learn that even if you have everything you're not happy, you are not satisfied. That is the moment when you look for the divine. That's why the 3D is created like this. You too, once you understand and fool the 3D, all of a sudden that doesn't satisfy you. All of a sudden that you understand that doesn't make you happy. The physical life doesn't make you happy because you're something more. You're created for something better for you. There's gonna be this time that you look up inside of you and it's like, why am I happy? I mean, I got all the money. I did this. I did that. I built houses. I have the car. I got this. But you're not happy. Why? You're not happy because you haven't evolved. All the dimensions they create for evolution. They are stages of your life, and in the 3D, you understand that when other tries to control you, they try to control your evolution. And sometimes you get through these evolutions from when I tell people, "Don't tell me what I need to do. I have to do what I need to." Uh, and then you go through the fourth dimensions. Okay, that is the you begin to look at it of the energy. You begin to touch base within the duality. You begin to ask yourself of what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. You begin to look at it from within you. You evolve that. You correct yourself. You correct your actions. You correct your beliefs. But at the same time, there is still this power from within you to manipulate, to manifest. You understand that by using these energies of 4D, now you think that you have power or that you can basically manipulate things of 3D. That is a the 4D. That is a the um, my twin ties controlled me to do spell work. Is very abusive. Purity passion, yeah. If your twin flame tries to control you the way you said with magic, because they haven't evolved, mm, they haven't evolved through the manipulations. Maybe the manipulations were the only way they learned from culture, society, religion, parents probably, or friends that tells them manipulate your husband or wife and you're gonna get what you want, and that's how you're gonna succeed in life, which is been kind of like a trend lately in the past maybe 15, 20 years or so. Some of the generations who has the kids now, and they are born with Pluto in Scorpio, uh, they go into this 4D battle pretty much because they have to transform. And when they transform, they are going to help the others to transform. But they have to learn the magic deeply from within. Think so. That is a um, uh, that is an into of a lot of situations from it. Okay. Magic, it's not for everyone. You need to understand there is a magic that if you did magic and divine is trying to protect you, it's going to look like magic of your twin. No, it is the divine that works from within. It's all different for it. Uh, Hi, Rolly. Thank you for coming into the chat for it. But in the 4D, once you messed up, once you understand that this manipulations, this magic, hi Christine, this magic, this kind of like a way of control, you burn yourself, you damage your own self in there, or uh, you you kind of like had enough of this magic because they are in the 4D. You learn that by breaking someone, you to be under control of them, you actually broke yourself from within. That brokenness of these broken people that when they talk to you and they have these tears within their eyes, but that is a tears also within the soul. When they talk about love and the person who they missed and the person who they had missed opportunities because of they were manipulated, they were using magic or whatever they did or whatever they did too much. Only then you understand that they're crossing into the 5D, but by learning the bad things that they did. So after you get to this fourth dimension of I manipulate because I wanted to manifest, that's what I call it on that 4D. Uh, you look from the divine for the help, and that's how you cross into the 5D. When where that 5Ds, I am a miracle. But what miracle though? The miracle is you understand that this good and bad battles from within, this all this magic, all these manipulations, all these things from within, you did it wrong. That was a performance of your ego. I need to understand that the lower the realm is, the lower the vibrations of the personality is, and they are lower, they are performed lower actions. Lower actions, that's lie, cheating, steal, and manipulate, and so on. For it in the 4D, basically, that is the time when all kind of like a business things that are going in there because of trying to get in something. While the 5D, that leads to innovations. 5D leads into create something new, find a better ways, um, and for it. So that's what this is. If you're in a purity, just hold on for a second. I will answer your questions for it. I will appreciate if you have a little patience on this. For so that is the 5D that we're experiencing within the 3D. For when we die, though, when we die, we're crossing into the 6D, where the 6D is that is the dimensions of the shadow from within. That shadow that it's kind of like a preventing you to uh, move into the 7D. That is the shadow work that you do within your soul. The 6D, it's kind of like a very sad, very kind of like you feel like you're in the darkness. But actually, that is your own darkness because in order you to cross over into the 7D, you have to be purified. And the way you purify yourself is the truth. You need to understand the truth is very enforced in there. You are true to yourself, you accepting the truth the way they are. You do all this. In the 6D, by the way, that is the dimension of the dark night of the soul. That is when your ego battles the divine's energies, where the ego in there seek that the soul is going to take power over the ego, and now the ego comes in and go ahead and try the fight. But that is to understand the 6D, the most powerful part in there is that to understand that the ego is to protecting you from darkness, the dark entities, the dark situations, the manipulations. The ego is to protecting the soul from the lower energies. Once you accept and you heal the darkness from within you, you don't want to do any more dark stuff. You don't want to do any more manipulations. You don't want to control things. You let it go. Full control of the divine. You will be asked to perform the test of 100% love, which is you're gonna be blindfolded. You're gonna get that love, and you will be asked that whatever is set you to do, you are sent out to do. So you go and do it. And once you do it properly, you're going to be crossing over above 6D and going to the angelic realms, which is the seventh heaven. 4. But usually that is through the human experience. After that, after the 7D, the human experience, you're not going to get the body anymore. You're only a light through the 7D. You can often experience in 7D as a human being. You can even go higher as long as that is permitted by the divine. Usually, this kind of like crossing over the 6D, they're connected to divine. Now, up to the 5D, the third and the 4D, we have the divine interfere with it. But in the 3D, the divine is just looking at us and it's like, well, let the life teaching you to understand that the life you want not going to bring you happiness. We're just going to let you to do things on your own. And here you are, you're in the 3D beating up your head about life. You are constantly on this treadmill of survival, fight for just survival. While you know that you are born, you are going to die, and now your fear of that is probably the most from within you. While the fourth and the fifth dimensions and up, you learn that even if you die, what the heck, the water is going to be there in the oceans. So, so during within the 3D, usually that's what we call the lower identities are there, because that is the leftover energy from uh, the black hole. Okay, that's what they are, because they're, oh, you're not doing your job, or you're lying, you're not progressing, you're cheating, you're manipulating, then you are one of us. Okay, you're one of us, and the dark entities. You feel these energies from within. They are the ones that talking to you, and you to manipulate, you to cheat, you to lie, you to be this manipulative personality. You probably have met some people like this from within you. The thing is this: you still want to get out of this energy, because it's all energy. It's not something else. You just gave it a form of identity, because your actions create this energy. And if you are in the 3D, and for example, if you were in the 3D, and in the previous generations where you are born, they were focused only into material, 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 and they even fight with relatives and who's gonna get the inheritance and who's gonna get the material possessions, who's gonna have more money, who's gonna be the most show off, and how their kids hate the relatives' kids because they begin to hate each other. All that garbage, all that stuff. Those are the 3D lower end identity for they getting attached into. But that is the part of the secret part of God, that it's like, yeah, let him learn the hard way. And you might see that certain people have sicknesses and stuff, and they haven't learned to fix this. It's a heavy karma to be paid for in this. Hi, CJ. Um, so the 3D, the beauty of the 3D, okay, because we not only looking at the dark side of the stuff, the beauty of the 3D is the Mother Nature. Mother Nature provides our environment where we evolving. Mother Nature give us this environment of which to evolve. But some of us, we don't look at it that way. Some of us, we want to use the Mother Nature for suiting our needs. Okay. So the dimensions are basically like this. If you look at the screen here, all right. So we are in the earth, but we're going through this tunnel that everything was created. So, and how do we know this, though? By the way, it's, I don't know if you see it, but this is the graphic of the firing the mirroring neurons, and I just found it and decided to post it for you. How do you know what dimensions you are? Is through the mirroring neurons. You sensing it. It's in your brain. Some of you maybe feel like an elevator. You feel down to the ground, but also you feel up in the sky. So you can be basically travel through the dimensions. If you have a duality about something, then the duality gives you this inner fights from within you. So Uh, in the 3D, the beauty part is that you can bring the energy from 5D and you can build your dream life within the 3D. And that is you need to understand the divine connections between all the dimensions works that way. Because only through actions the divine sees the truth of you. I mean, you can think about things, you can talk about things, but if you don't roll your sleeves and you don't basically perform within the 3D. It doesn't matter that you're in a 5D, 6D, or 7D, and that's mean that you are just know things, not do things. You need to understand the divine. It's care more about the do things for it. So, I mean, if you guys want me, I can post you again this article for it. But when you work with the divine in your truth, the divine will support you. That is a 5D energy. Divine is going to support you, is going to perform miracles. And those miracles, they're like, you knew you can't do it without the divine intervention. You know they were impossible because of this. Usually, divine, the way it does, it's giving you no dreams about things in life, giving you a situations that comes in life for it, but gives you one more thing. If you don't do those things in life, it gives you the sadness, and the sadness takes you down. What did you not do? What did you not learn? And some of the twin flames are going through this sadness because they didn't overcome the ego for it. Uh, Hi, Cairo. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, the sadness, you will understand it when you are in a place where you're a little bit off your timeline. You feel like you're not in your place where you are supposed to be deep within your soul. Then you understand the importance of actions for it. Yes, yeah, do you have to do something with the knowledge, transmute energies, teach, charge on behavior, become helper to universe, light worker? Yes. That is the primary thing of the universe. The more light comes in within the universe, the more black holes will consume more light, but when they explode again, they're going to be exploded to the more bigger place, more bigger galaxy, and the universe expands. But you learn this of little different divine interventions, this knowledge, uh, when you kind of like get up in there for it. And Diana, by the way, thank you for this because you understand it from within you what as I was explained for it. Yeah, the light workers are important, okay, but also you have to give a little credit on the other side because the other side that shows you all this manipulations and everything, it is about to make you stronger, to make you act on it, and you to evolve as a human being. So you as a human being can choose to stay in the lower realm vibrations into the 3D, or you can choose to fulfill your divine mission. Basically, you're honoring your contract. You don't honor your contract, then the things, the grief, the sadness, the uh, pitfalls in your life, sicknesses coming in, and that begins to give you a signs of like he didn't did the right thing. And I work with some of the twin flames, and they're like, "Why I have this sickness? Why I have that sickness? I didn't wasn't like this before my twin flame." And we begin to kind of like dig within the story of all the twin flames we've been talking to. Pretty much the same thing. They damaged themselves with the battle of the egos because the one was pulling up and the other one wanted something else. And that's what this fight usually within the twin flames happen within the 6D. That is a when the ego has to die, and if he doesn't die, they fight, and that fight could be nasty. And some of you have a very bad separation. Some of you getting all this things. So as you purely passionate, you set my life. So if your twin flame was kind of like a growing up within a lower vibes, within the lower realms, or lacking, really connections within universe, they probably learn to manipulate and so on and so on. Um, some of the females have this toxic thing of manipulations, even in try to hide things until it doesn't really come up within the 6D, and then everything they hide is what happened into the 3D turns into the battle of the ego because they learn things. If you they play with the magic or some of the old cultures, the magic is still like a primary thing to control situation, have a certain outcomes. You need to understand that the magic within in manipulation within a twin flame is big time no for, and you have to go back and release this. The mostly release the desire to do magic, to do manipulations. It has to do with the truth, and that truth once come out, then you can be with your twin flame again. That's what this is. So, well, that was a so popular in the past, maybe 15, 20 years after one movie that uh, some people thought that they can study magic and they can manifest life, and they can use the manipulations for better life. And they're in a competition who's going to have more, who's going to show more. They don't realize that they programmed themselves in this life for. And some of the people, they are tracking other people, as you say, create a coven for, and they think that the magic is okay. Well, the magic is not okay, especially if you are attached to a old cultures and you're trying to do over and over, or you over manipulations or too much of it. uh, Divine knows, they just look at you. What are you going to do? They give you a chance. Specifically with the twin flames, they give you a chance for this. Some of the twin flames come with me to with some of the Lilith's energy, and I explain it to them what they need to do. That is to becomes the truth, and when the truth comes out, they light up the soul again from within, and now that soul that it's connected to divine together with the goddess part of God gave it to Lilith. Now you're talking about twin flame energy, but some of the people are still in their egos. They want to control things for it. So uh, purity, passion. I hope that you focus on yourself and let the divine handle it, not somebody else. Let the divine handles all this. All right. So I pray, meditate, transmute. Yes, that's good. Good. Pretty good. Uh, Carlos Dio. After a 5-year journey and I'm moving beyond the sadness, I feel like it doesn't matter if I stay on the planet Earth or not, as I feel like peaceful space for me. Do you know why? Yeah. I mean, at some point, you evolve from within it. You just don't want to be here. Sometimes I might see myself in a spaceship that flies away from Earth, and I just bye, bye. Don't want to be here. Graduated. I know I'm sad that I'm leaving this place. I'm gonna missing this place, but I have to be someplace else. And I see this spaceship with kind of like a very bluish colors from within. The windows are kind of like a very interesting. And I see someone sad in there. Hi, Diamond. Thank you for being here. So a lot of the people, because we came here to Earth from previous, maybe from different planets. A lot of the people, they are looking from the planets, especially if you're looking and you have a dreams for a white star or white with the light blue, and you see a people within white, then you will understand that you were someplace before. Some of you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So you might feel it because you had experience, for example, on the Pleiades or some other place, and now you're here. It's like, well, I don't want to be anymore here. Yeah, you can have that part as well. This is really important information, and I will listen to it last 11 more times. Hi, growth. So I don't understand the motivations of those that practice magic. Don't they realize like they will have to pay for it karmically? It is like doing a one upon God. Can't do that. Well, that's what 4D is about. That you know, when you evolve within the dimension, Diana, it is about every dimension has its own stages. And when you go, for example, you're the product of God. Let's put it that way. Okay. So you guys can understand more. So I want to put you on a production line. We are going to make a aluminum cast, a part that is for something. Okay. So you get the raw material, which is the 3D, and you put it into the machine, you put it into that person, into the society, and all of a sudden it comes out this part. Okay. So now this part, it's evolving, it's looking, it has to become the best part that it is. Because when it was molded, it's got all this choppy things, and also it's not perfect to be a perfection. So now that part has to go somewhere. That part moved into a 4D, and now someone used this magical things to cut off the edges, cut off the BS. But at the same time, that part is kind of like, well, I want to be more, 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 until it doesn't become the more. Now this part goes into a 5D in there, and now they're cleaned it up. They wash it up, and they polished a little bit for it, and they're looking at the part, and they just put it in a place that she needs to be, is ready for it. But before this part to be shipped to the customer, which is the universe, okay, they take that part, and now that part is tested, which is a quality control, quality assurance. Now you take that part and you put in it for measurements. Is right? It is good. Um, if you apply so much pressure, would you give up? Of how much it is? And basically, this whole operation is you. And for some of those people who begins to create the magic and so on, they don't understand this sacredness within the divine, because they think that when they rule the magic, that is a giving them a power over what's going on then, and that is big time no. They usually get karma back. That is because of lack of understanding that when you create action, there is also a effect, and when there is an effect out of this, there's going to be a new action. And a lot of the people who practicing this or they work with the magic or do some kind of magics, those are probably in the very old cultures where this is still not fully understood yet. Probably some of the regions for and old cultures, okay, like Bulgaria's old culture. When you take a look around here, the Mid East, India, we're talking about um, China's not that so much in things, but if you look at it down in the Middle East, the Egypt area, and you actually go down in Africa, yeah, as people still do things because they want to manipulate the energies but everything goes against God. Sooner or later, they'll find out the things about the magics. So, yeah, well, we are learning. We are here to learn from the mistakes that we do, and the twin flames learn that mistakes to be clean, to be in love, and that's what the illumination state of the twin flames is. This is the most powerful state, the illumination. Okay, after the separation, after the fight within 6D, the illumination state illuminates the problem. With another words, if you take a look the part and the quality comes in, it says like, well, I have to return this to a polishing department because the polishing department have a problem with the polishing machine. The part is not that shiny and the part won't be accepted because the shininess is zero point 0.1. It has to be a 1.0. It's still not like this. So guess what? You're going back into the separation state. You work on yourself. You polish yourself. You upgrade yourself within. And then while you are this beautiful, shiny piece, that shiny part, now you get and accept. That is when you shine from within your soul. Okay, you're true to the divine, you're true to love, and everything it's with the truth, because now this true part, it is ready for the customer, it's ready for the universe. So basically universe says now you're a good product as a couple, as a twin flames, that you can do your mission for. So yes, the divine is under control. Okay, 6D, it's actually quality control if you ask me about it. And a lot of the people who are in manufacture, they don't like their quality control, but guess what, the quality control is there for preventing bad production to be sent to customer. Okay, it is the same thing. 6D, it's preventing a bad identities, bad souls to cross into the 7D. That's why some of the people didn't cross now into this new energies, Diana. That's what it was. In the past, probably a year, that was beginning of this test for it. Liana, thanks for your answer. Appreciate. Now I wonder how the divine looks at Gothic honor writers to make fortune by shining light on the dark satanic forces. Here's the thing. You will understand that sometimes when the light begins to fight with the darkness, uh, that is a like an invasion from within. Uh, but it is the same thing applies for the darkness when it went to the light. Um, those two forces are always equal to each other. But when the one takes more over the other, they begin to fight. The whole idea of the whole universe, the way it's created, is the light and the dark to merge from within and create something new by illuminating that they don't have to fight, but they have to love each other. The hardest part is a darker personality, and this is a also the hard one of the hardest love is when a person who's been toxic and everything understands the God's love from within. That person knows how to love now. He's transformed. Okay, it is the same thing with the love of the light worker who begins to love someone within the dark from within. That was mm, that is a within the twin flames is when the equality of the energy of the yin yang between the two units. Now it's used for creation, not for fight. And usually twin flames understand this situations. They are understand for it. We're talking about the satanic forces. That is a basically a lot of the people don't even look at this, but the name Satana, which is in there, that is a when Samuel fall in love with Lilith to give her that love. That was at the time when he told, you know what, I will show you what God wants you from you. But you have to go back and regain your trust. And until you don't regain your trust, you will suffer and everyone after you. And that's what this energies from Lilith that goes around and passing around. Okay, they love to see the light. They want to have this divine redemption, and that divine redemption is triggered. And some of the twin flames have that from within. It is what it is. It is present from within them for it. So, but that's why we have all those stories. That's how we have all these energies. So we can create life, not destroy it. Because back in that black hole, the whole purpose of us is you to be here and create life, not to destroy. Okay, because there is some people in identities who's been in that dark hole and they're like, I don't want to be here. They were mad in there, they were mad in there, they were mad in there, and when they came out, they're still mad. Why? Because it's not their own way, it's not their own rule. Okay, but there is a people who are like, we're gonna build this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna create better life, we're gonna create things, and you will probably pay attention that within whatever it's within a person, that's what becomes in a 3D. So the more you are highly vibrating from within, that's what is going to be manifest within 3D. So the fights between uh, the good and the bad, and angels and demons and so on, it is about balance. Balance within the divine forces, because those are two different divine forces, okay? They are not just made for nothing else. They are the ones that teaching you. The one can teach you through the bad, the angel to teach you through the good. But once you illuminate it, that you're here for creation, you're for here to be doing everything within the divine, and you surrender into the divine forces, then all of a sudden the lesson stops from the darkness and from the light. You begin to get the lessons directly from the divine now. You begin to fulfill your missions. You begin to have this beautiful love. You begin to be in state of paradise, because the fight is over. You become a divine being, and you begin in the paradise. You don't have desire for either one or either the other that create this balance within your life. Yes, you have to still do in the shadow work in some of the cases. You can't be just purified just like that. No, it will require one thing: roll up your sleeves and create actions, build new world, create actions, create something new, create this divine plan uh, from within you first, and then the divine plan is going to be comes in, and it's been told, many times what the divine is. Okay, the earth to be like in heaven, to have balance, to have equality, to have equal give and take, to have understanding, mutual understanding, not to have a codependence or dependence on it, but to have an interdependence, interconnections with everything from within you, to become one with everything. And some of us, we know the road. I know some of you here in the room, you know exactly the words I'm saying. You know exactly the energy I'm talking about. You guys know exactly the things. That's why you're here. I can sense your energies for. And are we going to do it, or we are just the beginning of this? Right now, we are in the mud. We are in the mud times. But during the mud times, let me tell you, the divine, it's very active for it. I've been watching the astrologies charts, and try not to go too far, because sometimes when I go too far, it's like they tell me, no, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. You will give so much information beforehand. Just do it day by day, doing a little by little. Don't get on it with this. So I'm so happy about this astrology, because now through the gravitational fields, we can see what's coming, but try not to overdo with this. So, okay. Diana, so our dimension connected to chakras. Chakra considered dimensions. Wish Marshall was here. He came up with me with that topic idea. Marshall could be here. Maybe he doesn't talk in a chat. I don't know. Four. However, the chakras are the energy centers of your body. They help you to their energy centers. And by the energy that you create, you develop, you connect to the universe. You create also your aura, or also your gravitational field. This is how you attract or you push people away from you. If you don't like somebody's energy, is because if you don't like it, you're pushing it back. But if you like people, you open up your aura. It's like, oh yeah, come in, let me give you a hug, right? That's what the connections is, because we that energies uh, for the chakras are actually help us out um, to evolve, to more to feel within the energy of gravitations. For example, you gravitate towards your twin flame, but then you're gonna push your twin flame because of the things not right. When the one or the other unit switch polarities, then the other uh, begins to be pushed away. So, for example, if your twin flame it's in your yang, you become together. So basically, the dark and the light coming to work together. But if the one of the twins switches to in and you're in, oh, or other way, yan yan, oh, you're talking about here is like OMGs. And that's what mm, things that, yeah, we need to work on it. We need to improve our culture of compassion, temperance, understanding. So, there is so much talk about the narcissistic abuse, purity, passion. You need to understand that the narcissist creates another narcissist. And if you can understand who create narcissist, you tell the narcissist to disengage from whoever created him. Usually, that is a that could be a previous marriage relationship. That could be a back in a childhood situations, friends. That could be a long-term friends who influence you, but they only use you for their own benefit somehow, some way, and they manipulate you and poison your mind over the years. That could be also your one of your parents or one of the grandparents, which is most of the cases is. However, I need to tell you this that you can't just put the label of someone narcissist unless there has been a psychological evaluations of the person and the family tree line. Okay, that's one thing you need to kind of like look at it because the narcissist is a hurt personality from within. They have a personality disorder because someone don't allow them to grow the way we're supposed to be. Someone didn't help them. Someone was indulged that person, and usually this leads to a lot of issues from within. But the healing part of the narcissist ends when he chooses to be healed. He will find a way to disengage with its master and begins to go in as everyone else is healing of narcissistic abuse, which is the main thing. The first of all, it's no contact. Okay. So they begin to look from within, they begin to understand the light, and now they're creating themselves. That is a one of the lessons of the narcissist on the next 2 3 years. You will see a lot of narcissists going to be healed. I'm not talking about fully, clinically proven narcissists. Some of them they won't never gonna be healed because of their fear of the truth. But there's going to be a narcissist. They're going to change. They're going to find the truth from within, and it's going to be created. This you will see it in 2 3 years. Uh, there's going to be this. See, they don't allow me to talk to you about this. Yeah. See. Yeah. So we're not going to talk about this. Yeah. Let's not talk about narcissist. Now it's not the energy in the environment for them. Some of those people who have a narcissistic traits, okay, they may be not a narcissist, but they have a narcissistic traits within them. uh, they have to do evaluations from within. So yeah, I can understand purity passion for you, but you need to look your self healing. That is a no contact for it. Focus from within you, connect with Mother Nature, meditations, self reflections, and heating yourself to the light. If you have been hit by dark energy from narcissists, because the narcissist wants to bring you into to their inner jails, they want to possess you. You're their toy from when they were at the daycare, the toy that mom and dad never bought it for them. Okay, you're the toy that they wanted to steal from someone because they never had it. All right, that's their possessions. They want to bring you to you. While they don't understand that if they get out of this, they can go ahead and buy their toy right now. And some of the people they buy in those toys. So yes, purity, passion. Let's connect. Let's cut that off with this narcissistic stuff. I study them. I help quite a few people, which is I see a very good positive things for right now, but not ready to get my thanks for it because of the way the things, the situations are. Yes, boundaries. You gotta have a boundaries, healthy boundaries with from within. The good thing here is when the narcissist is ready to heal, they reach out to help and they know who to go to. Usually that's their twin flame. They're like, you're the only one who knows how to fix this. And you tell them you need to confess the truth. The truth will release you. So yeah, the one of the boundaries of this is if you have to communicate, set boundaries. All right, because if you are the one who give, you got nothing in return, and you are breadcrumbed, yeah, you will learn the boundaries. Back to the dimensions. Highest human can reach is 12 dimensions. Um, I stated that earlier in the video. I was talking about that above 7D and above, people can achieve higher dimensions, but those people are pinpointed by the divine. Right there is something. Something has to do with the divine order. That has to be with the divine light. They are conduit to this energies. Usually that happens to a isolated communities, spiritual communities. That could be like some of the Tibet. That could be in of Kafkas region. Some of the neo-paganism religions is the same thing as a Sufism. Um, it's the same thing with, for example, if you go to the Orthodoxy, that is a the monasteries of Aton. You female cannot get there. It's only a male, and you have to apply for a visa, and you can't just get there. And those are the places that people devoted themselves to the divine. And usually you don't get this because even if they tell you something in 8 or 9D and you're stuck in 5D, they're talking to you like you ain't going to understand it. You don't have the same vibrations. You don't have the same things from it to you. It's going to sound you like a crazy alien language to you. There's going to be a strange higher vibrations that you're wondering. Well, I was there. I see. So, for example, when you engage in the energy that it has more higher vibrations than you, you're attracted to it and you try to understand it. You're watching it so many times, but your mind cannot comprehend this because you have not evolved the most important thing, your mind. once you get into your mind and you accept yourself as a twin flame, and you don't act anymore of these human behavior things, then you understand what's going on for it. So yeah, that's what this is. You can achieve all the way up to a god dimension. Okay, I mean, go back to the source. All right, we're talking about Buddha. We're talking about Muhammad. We're talking about um, Jesus Christ. All those people. We're talking about Saint Germain. They were here. Okay, this is a figures. We're talking about also within the Sumerians. They were all here. They knew things, but our ego to have more, to know more, to use the knowledge for more, to certain peoples to own this world because they think they're chosen ones and they want more material stuff and everything. No. Mm-mm. That's going to be a huge lesson because either the art's going to evolve or either it's going to be self-destructive from within. So now we see this toxicity that pops out, that we are destroying. We are destroying families. We are destroying the way that things were because of our kind of like this desire of to have more, more. I mean, this is like a Scrooge McDuck for it. Oh, more pennies. Or that was a Mr. Crab on SpongeBob. The kids that they're learning for it is like, trying to make me more money until uh, Crabs understand that sometimes the money is not it's important, but not that much important. And the other little green guy was like always trying to steal Crab's business, Krusty Krab. Forgot the name of the green thing. It was just little. If you guys been watching SpongeBob, there is the lessons they need to be learned, but it's learned in the kids' years. Now, when some of the people comes to an adult life and haven't fixed it for it, they have to work from within. So, Plankton, yes, there we go, Plankton. Who is the happiest guy of all? SpongeBob. Okay, so there we go. I mean, take a look like you're SpongeBob. You absorb everything like a sponge. It's kind of like a funny when you look at it on a higher perspective, the animation movies that you give into the kids, right? You see things, you understand things. So, yep, that's what the higher understanding brings, the higher dimensions. And sometimes we are blind, and what is blinding us is what is in the front of us, what is in our wallet, and what is on our table for food, how to have more, and how to show more. And because when we show more, the other will accept us. Try to get to acceptance with souls. How you going to connect soul to soul? And when you have a equality and connections within humans, you guys have no idea how beautiful that is. So that's for it. All right. Well, I guess it's my coffee time. I'm having a cigarette. Sorry that Marshall is not here. Wish he was, but do you guys still me to give you that article? Let me know from. I mean, I posted it yesterday, so about the dimensions for. So don't try to get so much information about dimensions that you are not in. Let me light up the cigarette. If you go into a new dimension, get used to that new dimensions. Don't try to manipulate that dimension. So what it is, learn the dimension. This is like become the 2-year-old who begin to learn to walk and just curious what this is. Be curious about the things, okay? But don't go over there and make a mess from it because somebody has to fix the mess. That's the one reason that one of the you give the toys to the kid to play. It's the same thing within the dimensions. The divine gives you the toys to play, but don't go out there and try to do things for it. It is a learnings from love plankton, evil eye sea creatures. Yeah, Diana. But you understand, sometimes plankton, it's he learns his lessons. Okay, he learns his lesson, even that he's at some point he's coming into let's have in a piece and everything. But I want the formula. I want the knowledge. Yeah, people who wants to know your knowledge and they want to steal your knowledge is because they don't understand the knowledge is from within. Okay, it's inside of you. All you have to do is be your truth. One simple thing, and the most people they can't because there is so much they hide. The face mask is there, and that's why they don't evolve into the dimensions. Love, love is the connections of all things. So you combine the truth and the love, you become the truth within love and the truth with God. That's how it goes. Let's make the Earth first into a 5D, like overall becomes a unconditional love. And Christine, and then worry about it. We got a long road to until the Earth becomes a 5D unconditional love and equality within people. So there's going to be a lot of coming in, but that's going to be in the few years from now. So, yeah. What do you guys think we should talk about tomorrow? Anyone has any ideas? We are going to have the moon in Libra. So think about energy within partnership, relationships, or something. Marshall, my internet was down. I had my internet back like within 15 minutes before the chat, but glad that you are here. Better late than never. So give yourself applause. Click on the bell, I believe, and there was an option there to get all notifications. I guess something like that was Marshall, and you will see it. You will get it. You can rewatch the replay. I believe that everything that is in the video is going to kind of like explain you things to you. And to answer your question, yes, the divine is in a charge of the dimensions because everything that exists within the universe is divine. So, but you will understand where are they coming from, what the purpose is within, and why do we feel like divine doesn't want to mess it up with 3D. You will understand that It is about our evolution. It's part of our evolutions to understand that we have to look up to the divine. So you will understand things. So, yeah. Possible ideas: star seed family, history, different twin flame missions, how to conditionally love and not get burned out. Star seeds family. Different twin flame missions, and how to unconditionally love and not get burned out. I think that how to unconditionally love and not to get burned out by purity passion, it's pretty good. You guys, if you agree with purity, just say that you agree with purity. And yeah, I know, Marshall, that you are for a long time. You are a subscriber of mine, so it's not like from yesterday. And see the notifications. Let me see what it was. There was something. Let me see if I can kind of like see if I can be able to. Let's see. Let's see this. So you gotta go ahead and when you click on my video, for example, you know what? Yeah, when you click on one of the videos, there was an icon here that like a bell. Oh yeah, there you go, notifications, and click like all or something like this was. Magic is manipulation. It doesn't matter if it's a white or black. Diamond B, it isn't. The both magics, white and black magic, they exist to learn not to manipulate. Because even if you, for example, you love someone and you do a magic spell, love spell, okay, you're in love, but it won't be a true love. You will not be a true love, and not be the love that it's from the person himself. It is just a love spell. Okay, even if it is for the right purpose. Okay, it's like the white lie. Well, it's still a lie. It doesn't matter what if it's white for it. So what about? And that's what magic is. You need to learn it in the 4D. That is the lesson in 4D. And a lot of the people trying to evolve from the 4D because they got used to that, to this magics. They got used to that way of life. I will do this and he's gonna do that and then I'll get what I want. But it's not true. The thing it is I want to tell him what's going on and I will get the real love from within. It's gonna be even better. That is the lesson of 4D diamond. That's right there. This okay. This is why some of the the overdue magic things over the time. Even if you do a magic, it is it's a huge lessons in there between. I think that was a the Legend of Arthur. That was about Merlin and Morgana, I believe, was for it. That he tried to fight her and she frees him up, and so on. In that movie, actually, you can see actually the golden child that wants to have power over. That is you see the narcissistic behaviors of everything, the manipulations that she tricked King Arthur to sleep with her to have a kid. Until the whole lesson is don't do magic. Okay, let the divine follow it through. Let the divine hold on to everything. That's what this is. Divine has been orchestrate everything perfectly, but we are this animal humans here to see are we are going to perform with divine or not. Who is worth it? What is worth it? The worth is, yeah. So you guys okay with the proposal? I have uh, how to love. How to unconditionally love. Unconditionally love. Okay. Purity. What you proposed before the letting go something? See, that's a very good question. Um, uh, when you let it go, you need to understand why you're letting it go, why you came to this point. The how comes after. But to let it go, it is to trust of the divine and let go things to the divine. That is it, like you tell the divine, look, I'm here, whatever you said, put me on the divine road. Or if you let it go of your twin, it's like, here, I'm letting go of my twin, let's put it on the divine road. That is your job, divine. Okay, I trust, I surrender, and I also let it go. That what um, that's what the process is the illumination why you have to let it go. That is the reasons for it behind. So before you really let it go, you have to really look from it the reality of the situation. For example, if your twin flame doesn't conform to you, or they don't even bother worry about how you are, and so on and so on and so on, then you really have to let it go to the divine. Let them illuminate about the connection. That's what the beauty of the illumination state of twin flames is. That is this illumination for Maria Richards perfectly said, feeling this. Okay, guys. Well, I think that will be it for today. Tomorrow we're gonna be how to condition your love and don't get burned. Appreciate that you guys came into the chat. But the highest dimensions is you. The higher dimension is in your soul. The higher dimension is your evolution. And I want to leave you with this, that your evolution is when you permanently improve your mind. Because now, if you know that you're living in the physical world and it's all about money, in your mind is everything in the physical world that it's all about money. But if you evolve your mind from within, you know that you are getting these divine energies from within you, this divine love from within you. Now you're putting this into your mind. Now you are, even in your mind, you are the divine being. And that is a huge part of evolutions that you're going to do. And that will help you to evolve permanently, because now permanently you set up your mind for it. You don't have to doubt, you don't have to do things, you don't have to get into this. All you have to do is be who you are, your true self. It's very important, crucial to be your true self, the truth from within you. So that's how the dimensions are passed, with the truth and the love from within you in the divine. The divine helps you to evolve. The divine wants a higher dimension, higher dimension existent in the physical 3D realm, because you will understand that the state of paradise is when unconditional love becomes a lifestyle. And that's what we are going to talk about this tomorrow. All right, guys. So thank you for being here. Let's share the love, and thank you so much. Thank you all. Bye bye.